Snapshot is a voting platform that allows DAOs, NFT communities, and DeFi protocols vote easily without gas fee. My name is personalize from OSPN, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a new Snapshot Space, which is basically your community profile on Snapshot where you can upload proposals and let your community members vote on key decision matters. A few things that you may want to know is that you can use Snapshot in demo mode to experiment with the platform, but to do that, you can go to testnets.snapshot.org. It's a Sepolia testnet playground solely dedicated to testing before creating a space for proposals on Snapshot. Alright, just make sure that you're on the Sepolia testnet and then that you have an ENS on the Sepolia testnet. That way you get to play around and learn how to use Snapshot for setting up your own space on Snapshot. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a new Snapshot space. To create a space on Snapshot, what you want to do is head straight to snapshot.org and hit the create space button. It's going to take you to get started. Connect your wallet. I'm going to connect my MetaMask in this case. Now I have our wallet connected. Next thing you want to do is to put in your community ENS domain if you have an ENS domain. If not, you got to register a new one. But in this case, I have adderlabs.it registered already, so proceed. And then I'm going to personalize my space. To personalize my space, I'm just going to add a display image, profile picture rather, and then the name of my community, I'm going to say adderlabs or community of creatives, community of creative educational video producers. Okay, I'm going to keep it short and simple. And then I'm going to select the category here. I'm going to write media in this case. I'm going to skip the websites, but you've got to add websites and then the terms of service if there's anyone. You can choose if you want to hide your space from the homepage. In this regard, I don't need to hide my space from the homepage. So I'm going to proceed to add my X account. You can modify this later if you want, but I'm just gonna do this a quick one. I'm gonna add my Twitter and say adderlabs.info _info. So if you have a GitHub and a CoinGecko, whichever one, you get to add them, but you can always revisit this personalization page so you can fix up a little thing. Now, one thing you gotta know is that your space can combine up to 8 different voting strategies that is going to be responsible for calculation of your users' voting power. In this regard, this setting is definitely going to affect all of the things that you create on this space. So you choose your voting strategy, right? That's what we're going to do now. So for initial setup, we just have to choose one of the 3 different strategies that we have here as specified. In my hot screen, you can see it here. We have the token weighted voting, you have the one person one vote, and then we have the custom setup. So let's try this token weighted voting. Let's go back one more time. Say this to say they're weighted by token. So it can always be an ERC20 token or an ERC721 or an ERC1155 token standard, whichever one. So the votes are going to be calculated by the weight of a token. So in this case, to set up a new strategy, we're going to leave this at Ethereum, and then you get to add your token contract address. For the token weighted voting, the voting power is calculated by the weight of a person's token. So the higher the token, the higher the votes, as the case may be. And these tokens can be in the ERC20 token standard or ERC721 or the ERC1155 token standard. So you just have to select your network, the token standard, and then the token contract address, which we're going to do in a jiffy. Let's say I want to set up a token contract address in USDC. So I'm just going to add this. Now you can see this is the USD coin under the Ethereum network, and the token standard is the ERC20. So just hit next and then add the members that we want to be admin, and then how many people can be able to modify the space, how many people can moderate, and then the author, you get to add them here according to their wallet address. Now you have to enforce validation on all future proposals. This type of validation is used to determine if a user can create a proposal. Now you've got to ensure that you set your validation correctly. Either anyone can create a proposal. I'm sure you don't want to do that. You can use the coin passports gated. You can use the Arbitrum DAO votably supply. The different validation methods here that are provided, but I'm just going to leave it at anyone can create right now. You can toggle this on, so it becomes that only allowed authors can submit proposals. In this case, you've got to add their wallet addresses here, and then hit create. Now it's going to prop a new transaction on your wallets. So you set this up by signing a transaction on your MetaMask. But I'm just going to reject this transaction so that we can try out another voting strategy. Let's try one person, one vote. Now I see that this vote is always equal and no token is required in this case. Now one thing you've got to know is that the one person, one vote strategy can be used in two different ways. The first one is the whitelist voting, which allows you to specify a list of addresses that are going to be able to vote on a particular proposal, or the ticket voting that's obviously going to let any wallets vote, but it's mostly used for testing purposes. But in this case, we're going to do the whitelist voting. You see right here, it has the whitelist voting and then the tickets voting. Now you add the token symbol and the whitelisted addresses that you want to be able to vote on a proposal. Once you've added all of these whitelisted addresses and then the token symbol, you just hit next, and it's going to prompt a new transaction on your MetaMask for you to sign the new transaction to set up that strategy. But we're going to go back to try out the custom strategy, which is the custom setup in this case. There are a few things you'd like to know about the custom setup, which is the custom strategy. You can select up to 8 different strategies, and then the voting power is sort of cumulative, right? So it's possible that you can set a different symbol for each of the strategy that you're using. This obviously going to be displayed on the proposal page. And then you can select the network individually for each strategy. This way you can leverage your multi-chain voting power calculation. Another thing you can do is to set up your own custom strategy. If all the custom strategies that are provided here on the Snapshot page is not sufficient for you, so you can hit up a dev, or if you're a dev, you can set up your own custom strategy to meet the needs and demands of your community. But in this case, I'm going to leave this at Ethereum, and then the symbol is going to be USDC. And I'm going to add a new custom strategy here. You can use whitelists or tickets, but in this case, here we see 20 balance of the USDC, the contact address here, today's amounts. So now you see we already had ERC20 balance of here with the network and all the information here, including the network, the symbol, and then now we added a new one, so we can proceed to set up with this particular custom setup, this particular custom strategy. Then we get to add our members here. So I'm going to add a member here, which is myself, as an author. And you can add multiple members here just by differentiating, just adding a little comma is going to differentiate and add them. Then you can set up what they're going to be. In this case, I'm going to leave this as admin, and then so I'm going to add this. Now this is showing me. Let me say I'm going to make myself here Lightning Thompson one the lens or adilabs.eds an admin, and then make my other wallet address as a moderator here. In this case, I'll be able to manage the space proposals and create new proposals as well. As an admin, you get to modify the space settings, manage the space proposals, and then create proposals as the case may be. So you can add another wallet address here, or the wallet address of any of your community members who are expected or who are responsible for setting up new proposals on Snapshot as an author, and then you get to set the validation. But I already toggled on the allow only authors to submit a proposal in this case, so only authors are going to be able to submit proposals here, but you can adjust any of these settings as an admin or a moderator whenever you like. I'm just going to hit create. Now a new transaction is going to come up on my wallet, and then I get to sign this transaction, and we'll have our space on Snapshot live. Now it's processing. Congratulations, here we have a new Snapshot Space. That is certainly how you get to set up a new Snapshot Space and start posting proposals and start exercising your governance, right? Or whatsoever thing you want to do using Snapshot as a community. If you found this video helpful, do well to like, write a comment in the comment section below, and then don't forget to subscribe and bookmark or save this video. You might come in handy later on. See you on the next one.